on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be, but it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brings up 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys, a lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Number 38.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
operating from the 1st and 10 at the 38.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Britt, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Back to throw. Britt.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Britt. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Britt.
Got an open man. That's Campbell.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Ball give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance. And
to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Britt, catch made here by Campbell.
Britt's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun. Britt. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
They open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Made at the 21-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up
On second down, it's Jones. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 47 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st down.
They'll run it with Jones. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down. Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Tannehill's pass complete to number 89.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Britt. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 and 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Britt. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here's Jack Fox now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Packer first.
Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Forced out to his left. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the gun, Britt. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Britt's pass.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Now it's Tannehill. And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. So troubles here
Offensively, I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That is Tomlinson, who is down. Boy, not what they want to see. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Britt. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run here with Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Off play action. Britt looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Throwing again. Britt. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On third down, Hooks. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Britt, that's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw on second down. Britt, Campbell making the catch. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2-yard line.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gains.
At the 34-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Here at the 26-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moss. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up second and
looking to throw on second down. Britt, that's caught on the left side by Kirk.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Lots to try to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tannehill on 3rd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that'll set them back 5. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. Dwayne Haskins has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Amari Cooper, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
It's a pickup of 6.
Again, it's Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill. Over the middle, it's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Green Bay.
Here's Tannehill. Slant to Adams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
This one caught by Davis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down, Packers.
Throwing again is Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
The ball carrier.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good.
The field goal is good.
And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10.
Packers 10.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Patrick Queen.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 30.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for this with Moss.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On first down. Britt. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun. Britt. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Intercepted by the Packers.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now the Packers get set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come.
That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, they'll make a play. They got fooled on that one.
It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him. But he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the gun. Britt going underneath. He's got Hockenson. 7 yards there on a first down.
That's good for a Lions. 1st and 10.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To throw on second down. Britt.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
Britt's pass.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Operating from the gun. Britt. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there.
First down.
But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to run them.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis.
And they'll bring up third down.
Incomplete. It's third down. And
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take.
Leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they've got to go thank the guys on D.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill.
He'll find Gabriel Davis.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the play. 1st down, Packers.
Now Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Second and 11.
Now Tannehill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
On 1st 1st and 10. Britt. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Britt.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And his throw here's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Britt. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Britt. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Britt. That's complete right around the 8.
Britt's pass.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
You dialed up the blitz on 3rd down and your worry as a defense, then they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Lutz puts this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th.
19. Packers 17.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. They'll have a first down past the 40. A big play there on the scramble. 48 yards.
48 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start back. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete.
Tannehill.
It's an 8-yard pick and done down to the 15 from the 21.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is going to have a Packers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Tannehill on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And it's caught. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and goal, Green Bay.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And the lead is up to 5. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
So now the Lions down by 5. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Britt Campbell making the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. He's a good pickup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over.